Hey Glam Babes, and welcome to the KC Glam Show, period. So today I'm about to give y'all an everyday, easy, natural, beginner makeup look. I'm about to go to brunch, so that's what we're gonna do today, and I am running behind. So I decided to give y'all something for the girls that likes to look gorgeous every day, likes to serve, and then also a beginner. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is get your brow pencil. The one I'm using is from Mirror Sublimity. It launches soon, so y'all be ready. Make sure you subscribe to the mailing list below, of course. But I'm using the Mirror Sublimity brow pencil. I'm going to use that to sculpt my brows, but the easiest way, in my opinion, to do your brows is to do the most natural brow you can. How I do my natural brow is I take my Duo Lash Glue with the wand tool. It's the purple brand packaging. This is the one that I use. There's not really a specific type of lash glue to use, but this is just the one that I use, so it's not really preferred. We're gonna brush the brow hairs upward just to comb them, put them into their natural state. I really need to invest in the what's that furry headband people be using on TikTok and be holding their hair back. I need to invest in one of them because baby, it be hard. I'm gonna take that glue with the applicator and I'm gonna rub that glue on my eyebrow. You do not have to use eyelash glue. I know there are brands that sell brow gel, and I've seen a couple people use it and it works very well for them. So after applying the glue, I am going to brush the brow hairs into like a natural position. I'm brushing them all up. We want them to be neat. We want them to be standing high. I do feel like though, if you use the lash glue with the squeeze bottle, it probably won't work as well because you have to wait on it to dry. And with the stick, it's been drying like real fast. I'm not gonna lie to you. So the natural brow, in my opinion, is only like really good and appealing if your brows are tamed. Mine aren't tamed, but they aren't completely like grown out. So make sure, like, if your brows, if you haven't gotten them done in a very long time, make sure you get them done before trying this out, because we want this look to come out to its full potential. So after that's done, I'm going to take the hairs that are longer and just like kind of like go along to lay them down, just for the longer hairs, so it doesn't look like, you know, it's out of place. Just try kind of give the illusion that I got my brows done, you feel me? That I got them arched. So I'm going to take the pencil, going to outline my bottom just a little bit, not too much. Outlining the bottom just a tiny bit, and then I'm going to fill in the sparse areas. So the areas with no hairs, we're filling that out. It's okay to go back in and use your brush to kind of give it that brush stroke shape. As you can see, after like brushing that up again, it kind of made it look a little different. It looks completely different now than where they did before. I know my brows looks a little raggedy, but we're gonna clean that up, of course. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the other side. I really can't wait until I eventually like set up my makeup room. It's cause I'm so tired of actually like leaning over when I'm doing my makeup. I want to use a table. Like, I'm ready for my vanity table. I'm ready for it. Okay, so I did the same thing to the other side. That side is more arched down, so I'm gonna do the same thing here. And period. And now we are going to go in with my concealer. I'm going to be using this angled brush. The reason why I use the angled brush is because it gives it more free room, more space to actually be neat. So I'm taking the e.l.f. concealer in Tan Neutral. And I'm going to take that and put it under my brow. So I only put the product at the tip of the angled brush and then go all along that brow line at the bottom, and then I start blending. The best blending technique is to drag that product down so you aren't accidentally, you know, putting that product, that concealer into the brow. Because once that concealer gets into that brow, then it's like you messed up. You might as well erase the brows, get a wipe, take it off, and start over. Because that's not gonna look right. So I'm using my finger to pat blend. You can also use an eyeshadow brush to blend it out, but I'm using my finger because why not? It's what we have now. So I'm doing the same thing to the other side. I only put the concealer at the tip of the brush. As you can see with the tip, it helps with not putting so much product on top under my brow and then, like, you know, on my lid. And then I'm going to pat blend with my finger again to blend it out. And I'm going to take my brow brush again. My brows are like two different brows. If they were neat though, they would have been twins. So but I'm taking that brow brush again to kind of blend out that harsh line we drew earlier. And shape that out. Period. So that is done. I'm also going to go in with a lot of my LA Girl. The reason why we're going to use LA Girl and not e.l.f. concealer is because e.l.f. has a lot of full coverage, whereas e.l.f. is more of a light wear coverage, and we want a light wear look because it's for every day. I'm going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Cool Tan, and I'm going to put that on my T-zone area. So I'm about to take this concealer brush and start adding it. So it's going on my eyelids, it's going under the eye, the forehead, the nose, and also on the chin and upper lip. I like this look when it's like really, really hot outside as well. It's perfect for that because you're not using so much product. So now I am going to go in with the brush. I usually use a blending brush, but I'm gonna use an eyeshadow brush now because it's clean. And we just want to blend in that product that we just added on top of our face. Me using the LA Girl versus the e.l.f. concealer with this look helps a lot because that e.l.f. concealer, one, dries faster if you're using the matte, and it also it doesn't blend very necessarily good on like naked skin, like skin that does not have foundation. It doesn't blend that well unless you're using it as foundation, you know. So now that that's all blended out, I'm going to put the concealer under my eye. And even though this is like a light wear look, I'm also going to put the lighter concealer in the corner eye like I usually do. So now we got the under eye motion going on. I'm adding the concealer under the eye. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the other side too. And I'm gonna want this product to set. So I'm going to use my Morphe setting spray, and I'm spraying it on my brush that I'm using to blend. And then I'm gonna pat all of this product in. This helps with having the product not budge at all, especially if you're going to be outside and wearing it like all day long. It helps a lot. The setting spray is the truth. But that's not the only thing we're gonna need as well. Now I'm doing the other side. I do find that with blending though, with my regular blending brushes, it comes out way better than using an eyeshadow brush. I do know that for sure, but it's not bad as using the eyeshadow brush, hence why I'm using it. Okay, that looks good. It's looking real bright under here. It's looking real bright, very lightweight. So I just want the corner of my eye to be a little bit brighter than everything else, because y'all know I like mine like that, whether it's natural or not. So I'm taking that white, I'm just putting it in that corner. Since it's a very natural type of look, we're not gonna need that much. So I'm just gonna blend here in this corner here and kind of bring out, like spread out that product. That blending, I used another brush so I had more control, because that eyeshadow brush, the hairs were a bit too sparse. Okay, so I'm gonna make it a little bit more even, because it looks like there's more white on my left side, but now I'm putting more white on this side. So we just gonna add some more. The brush I'm using to blend is actually a contour brush. It comes with a pack of 2 for face contour, and then for like smaller contouring, it's actually called a high definition brush. And I'm using that right now to blend in the concealer. It's coming out really, really good with blending. I like that, it looks good. I'm gonna add a little bit on the bridge of my nose, just a little. I said just a little, and then I put so much on the brush. Okay, Tatiana, get it together. Just a little bit in the middle. And then we're gonna take that same brush and blend it in. We still want something light. We don't want it to be too heavy. We still want it to be light. So I'm going to blend that almost like all the way in. And after that, we are looking very, very natural, very lightweight. I'm gonna put a little bit on the eye, the white concealer. Put a little bit of that on the eye just so it matches the brightness under the eye. Because we want it to match. We don't really want it to look awkward. Yes, I'm loving that. I'm loving the way it's coming out. So that's that. This is with that part, that's good. This part is very simple and easy too. We're just gonna take that tan neutral concealer from e.l.f. and we are going to take that product and we're gonna put it in the places that we didn't put the e.l.f. And we're gonna use this as kind of like our foundation. The e.l.f. concealer is way lighter than foundation. Concealers tend to be lighter than foundations because foundations have to cover more surface area, whereas concealers are just there to really highlight or contour, add a little, you know, color to a certain area. So I'm going to go in with a high definition brush. Actually, no. I'm going to go in with my angled brush from this Walmart brush collection I got, and y'all better hop on it because it is only $13. But my mom-in-law, she low-key has Connect at Walmart. She only got the whole thing for $1. So she bought me 2 of them for $2 and it came with 10 brushes. Original price is $14 though. So I'm just blending all of that product in. When you put like less product over like one position or placement, it tends to feel better for an everyday look because it's like it's not so heavy. You're not using so much product in one place. When we're done with this, we are gonna go in with that LA Girl concealer and Cool Tan again and add more on the under eye but closer towards our cheek. That's where we're going to add it. Because even though concealers are supposed to be concealers, they work great as lightweight foundations. Or you can also just use a lightweight foundation, really, to make it very appealing. We want to make sure all of it is blended in. I'm going to put some in the middle because it looks a little pale, looks a little dry. It looks like, hello, there's no product in the middle of my brow. That's what it's looking like. It's giving natural, it's giving lightweight, it's giving very beginner. So with using, with blending, really, when applying the product on the face, It's not really a technique. You really just apply the product on your face and tap it in. Honestly, that's all I do. And also with tapping that product in too, try not to like sweep. Like if you're going to blend, try not to blend by sweeping. Like how I'm applying it on there. If you're blending that way, it's gonna leave streaks and everything. So try to refrain from it. Cause I also like tend to see myself doing it sometimes. I try not to, but yeah, I be catching myself do that too. So I'm going ahead and I'm blending that concealer in on my cheek. And on the other side, period. Ooh, I like that. So a very easy way to contour, in my opinion, is actually not contouring, it's bronzing. If you do not have a contour palette, which you can get the Black Radiance one, it's very, very cheap. But today, since it's not in front of me, I'm going to be using my Morphe 35B palette. And I'm going to use a shade that's not closest towards my skin color, but that's like, I'll say about 4 shades darker. So what I do is I place the product here, right below my cheekbone. If you do not have this line, a lot of people like a visible line where you know your cheekbone line ends. You can go like this to find it and drag that cheek up, and then you'll be able to find out where. So when I bronze, I just dip it on there just a little, tap it on the beginner area, and with bronzing, I blend it up. So I'm gonna sculpt my chin a little bit. So I put the product on there, and now I'm going to blend up. It's kind of like a facelift. I want a facelift. I want my chin to be lifted. So I'm gonna bring it up. I'm not gonna bring it down because we don't want that to droop, you know? So I'm gonna blend that out as much as possible because we do not want any harsh lines at all. And I have to do the same thing to the others. To the other side, of course. But before I do that, I have a decent amount of product on my brush. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of bronze in with my forehead. And with this, you really just want to make sure that you're covering the area that you put that product on. So for instance, if I have the product here and there's no product here, make sure you're putting the product there too. Wherever you use it, you want to make sure that you put it there. You want to make sure it's right. So I'm taking that and I am blending, honey. When using powders, you want to be more, when using powders, you want to kind of have more controlling, and you want to use less product, because when you use a lot and you're not sure, or you don't really understand like if it's your right shade or not, then it'll mess up and you'll over contour, kind of like how I did a little bit here. So I'm just going to go in with that concealer again and cool tan here, and then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna blend with that brush. Just blend in with that brush, and it's gonna get rid of that bronzy look that we added to our forehead. It's gonna get rid of it like being too far down, you know? And we put the lighter parts really in our T-zone because we want it to kind of pop out. So the bronzing is used to make it smaller. So I'm kind of using the tip, like the edges and the tip of the brush, to blend out that bronze product, and I'm using the other. I'm actually gonna use the same brush to blend out that concealer part, because I don't want any harsh lines with the concealer. Okay, I like it. I have glue here. We ain't gonna do nothing but cover that up with some hair, period. I like it. It's giving really natural. It's giving really lightweight. So I'm gonna go in with one of my eyeshadow brushes, and that's in that same color I used to kind of bronze. I'm gonna go along my nose and add a little vibrant color to kind of snatch that nose. And we're gonna blend in that color we just used. And I'm gonna kind of bring it up towards my eyebrow when blending. We're gonna bring that up. And it just brings more color into the center of the face, so that way it's not too light. It also gives the illusion that your nose is pitched. And yes, I like that, but I do want to blend. I like that, but I do want to blend a little bit more. So I'm going to use that same one that I used with the concealer to blend and go on top of that, because I don't want it to be too harsh, because we're not snatching the nose. We're just adding a little color. We're just bronzing the nose, let's say that. And I'm going to use that same angled brush, actually, and go in with a little burgundy type color for my blush there. When you're placing that, you're gonna wanna put that on top of that cheekbone. Some people just put it in a circle. I bring mine up like a facelift. I like all of my face when it comes to like blending and stuff. I always blend upward to lift the face. You want the face to be highlighted. You want it to be lifted. You want it to look very nice, like you have a facelift, but a natural facelift. So one of my best parts, well, my main best part, we're gonna add the lashes. I'm going to add the Mirrored Sublimity Fab Lash. She gives a cat eye look. I love it. She's more of a very, very natural lash. I've only worn her really once because I really like lashes that are small, yes. So I do love 15 millimeters, not 10 necessarily, for my own opinion, my own style, because everyone is different. I do like a natural lash, but I like my natural lash to be full, to have volume, and have that little oomph. So when placing my eyelashes on, I always take my duo lash glue. But before we do that, we're gonna take care of these creases in the eyes, because I don't really like that very much. We're gonna take our Derma Blend setting powder in that same concealer brush, and we're going to apply that on our eyes and under our eyes just real quick. We're actually going to pat it in. It's not really gonna take care of the lines, but it is going to kind of help it from really like being so sparse. It's kind of like just blending it in, because it's the Derma Blend kind of helps since the product is wet, and then since it's like a wet product like that folds, because I have hooded eyes like just a little bit. So since that product there folds, the Derma Blend is gonna go in and it's gonna help with the way that it looks as it creases. I'm gonna do the same thing under here, but I'm not gonna put so much, just a little bit. Just a little under that eye. This is for everyday wear, so remember, we do not need all that product. So back to the lashes. We're going to go in with the Dual Lash Glue lash applicator. That looks so much better after adding that Derma Blend on. You don't see them harsh lines as much. But I'm taking this Dual Lash Glue and applying it on my lid for some reason, not sure why, but the glue tends to dry faster on the skin opposed to the actual lash itself. So I'm going to take this left one, and for the girls that do not know how to put on lashes, have your handheld mirror, look at it. I always put mine on open and just place that lash on there to help really close that eye and place it on that lash line. But it always helps to have a handheld mirror. In my opinion, it's the best way to apply the lashes. And look at that. This the baddie, and this girl finna get it together, period. But y'all see that cat eye look that this lash is serving? I'm obsessed. I love it. And it gives the very natural vibe that I'm looking for. But it also has that oomph because it has that fan out tail I'm about to show you guys. I'm actually getting like pink liner off of the lash first from the last time I wore it. But it has that like that fan line on there. My hairs kind of look blue because I accidentally put like lash glue in there. It looks so good. And they are faux mink lashes because we are a animal cruelty free luxury brand, period. And now we're about to do the other side. It does take practice though, I do want to say, when applying your lashes. I don't want to lie to y'all and say like, yeah, like you're gonna get the hang of it off the back, because you aren't. A lot of people don't. Some people do, a lot of people don't. But it takes practice. It takes time. And I want all my babes to, you know, take their time when it comes to doing makeup, even though this was like a very beginner worthy video. For some reason, when I apply my lashes, this one is always longer because it's like my band is like instantly on the lash, like the tip of it. And this one is like the band is like laying down at an angle. So that's why my lashes sometimes look bigger on the right and doesn't left. And also this one has glue on it, so it's like sticking up. But nothing a little brush can't fix, but it's not really a big deal for me. So after that, I'm going to add my lip. I'm going to go with whatever lip I drag out. Actually, no, I'm lying. I'm getting 2 lips. I drag more than just my glossies out. I'm gonna get 2 lips. I'm going to use this really dark brown from 22 Goddess, period, and Talia's Vanity. I love Talia's Vanity. I always swatch for her brand all the time. But I'm going to take that Goddess 22 Goddess. I think it's Goddess 22. I'm going to take that. I'm going to fix my lash too. It seems to be moving. But the 22 Goddess and kind of make it the outline part of the lip. Like the base. And then bring it in a little bit, because the gloss isn't that pigmented, so it works well. Like, it shows color, it's just not thick. It's not like a lipstick, it's really like a lip gloss, really. And then going in with the Talia's Vanity in the center to give it that pink shine. That goldish pinkish shine. I'm obsessed. I kind of like this look better with the Talia's Vanity lip gloss because it's more sheer. It's more of a sheer gloss too. So I like this better because the Goddess 22 adds the color to it. But Talia Vanity adds that plump. It adds that, ooh, that shine. It adds that that little shink-a-dink. That little boom boom scone boom. Cause look at that bottom lip with that gold. I put too much on the center. But look at that, That bottom lip with that gold looks so good. It looks so good, sis. We just made up this new lip combo from the content party yesterday, and I'm obsessed. Okay. Yeah, that lash band is like laying on top of there, but whatever. So this is the final look. Period poo. I'm not gonna be out so long, so I'm not gonna use setting spray. I kind of wish I had like a rose mist. I do have to buy some for myself, but this looks really, really good. I'm obsessed. I never like really like my looks until the lashes are actually on, and I am very obsessed with the look now. I want to kind of get into like clear mascara, because I hate dark mascara and I hate putting it on with my lashes. But I want to get into that. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I didn't go into detail about anything specifically that you wanted to learn. I think this is very easy. All you guys have to do is just give it a try. Really, that's all you have to do. And practice makes perfect. But thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for stepping into the KC Glam Show. Period. I'll talk to y'all later. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and give me some feedback on this video. Bye, Glam babes.